Hey, Jeff here, Water Turkey 1620. I just want to get on here and I have a little question, maybe a little rant, I don't know. My question is, which YouTube person do we believe in that's telling the real truth on what to do and how to start your channel and how to get monetized and all that, which I understand a lot of that is the goal, but which person tells us the right information? I've listened to 5 or 6 different people on YouTube here. A couple of them have been, some of the big people that make a lot of that dinero or whatever. Anyways, they're on here showing you how to do things, how to make your settings right, how to with your tags, your thumbnails, your title, your hook, your hashtags, all this stuff, all these things that you should do, which you should have on, which you should have off. It's like, okay, guys, get together and collaborate, give us one video of all the information that's basically correct. Not all, because there's all different opinions being varied for sure. Some of y'all have great points and great insight, of course, obviously. To somebody like me who's new on the channel, you're damn right your insights are way, they are helpful, but sometimes it gets confusing. Then I get a mixed message from somebody else who kind of seems a little like, no, don't listen to them, do this. So it's like, okay, yeah, kind of what I thought for sure when I started the channel was, make sure I'm authentic, make sure I have a title, make sure I have a thumbnail. Am I going to go on and make, I might make a thumbnail, probably not. I'm still not good with that. I still don't understand exactly how to get it. Anyways, so I'm trying to use every tool possible too. Not just YouTube Studio. I'm using the Vivid IQ video. Now that's on. I use CapCut. I use all these people, and I know I'm mentioning them, and I probably shouldn't be doing this, because they're not paying me to say the words. And I'm sorry, YouTube, I don't mean to say that, but I mean they're the people I use, and those are things that were thrown out for me, and they seemed the right way to go for a beginner. So yeah, I've chosen those paths and those apps and those ways to do it. But for me, it's just, I want to get the algorithm right. I wanted to understand what I wanted put out. Things like this isn't what I always want to put out, but sometimes I'm going to put out my feelings, because I think based on some of my feelings, I think some people feel the same way. So confusion sets in for some people. Somebody like myself who's been around the world a couple of times and seen some things go on in their life, when stuff like this goes on, is it too good to be true? The information. Are you setting us up for not success? That's the other thing. Are you in it just to make your own channel monetized to help the other people that do want to get to that point? That's what I'm talking about. Is it for you, or is it for all of us? So my point is, let's make somebody make one and say, this is exactly how you should do this. And I know you guys people don't want it. YouTube doesn't want that. I know you guys don't want that. Make it easy for everybody? Yeah, well, that's the idea, right? YouTube is in it for the money. Everybody, monetized. Money, 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 money. I keep repeating that daily. Yes, it what make us go around. It what makes us live. For me to live in a house and have a garage I can sit in and I can do my things that on my snowmobile I'm trying to do. And then I'm waiting for winter to come. And once winter hits, if we're going to have the winter we're supposed to up here, you know, I'll be doing a lot of videos on my sled. You know, so, so what I'm getting at is, yeah, I want to get that way too, but I'm not going to. I don't want to take advantage of people either, just because on my behalf, so I gain subscribers and viewers. I understand you're trying to do that, but help. You're making good money. If you're making enough money to live off and not have to do any work, just off of your channel and that's it. And the products that you may sell or the products that you may, the sponsored products that you have to, throw into your videos that you make. So you can, it's just like an infomercial. Pretty much your infomercial before your video or your infomercial during your video, whatever. You figured out how to put that in there. So, oops, I hit the table. Sorry, y'all. Didn't do it on purpose. But the thing is I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated about it, but then again, I don't know why I shouldn't be. I'm trying to do this with as much help as possible, with much more from learning that I can absorb. I'll be honest. I still think my stroke is definitely affected by some of my abilities upstairs. So, hey, what the fuck, right? So, I just want some people to be aware. Maybe there are people out there that feel like me and like, okay, yeah, thank you for all this, but what, who, and where, what do I want to do? Who do I want to believe? So it's like I said, sometimes it's too good to be true, and if it's too good to be true, then I guess it is, and it's, and I know the benefits. Everybody gets the benefits, right? That has the opportunity, and I want some of this opportunity too, and YouTube is giving everybody, like I said before, I've said it in a video before, YouTube is giving everybody this opportunity to be a business person or to show their skills, and be business, whatever it may be. And they're giving us that granted opportunity to say, here's an American dream, we're going to give it to you right here. Which I didn't figure that out it took me a long time to figure this out. Because at first when YouTube came out, I was like, nah, YouTube. But now I'm not saying that. I mean, it's the best thing out there, I think. And there's, I don't use a whole lot of, platforms. I don't go, if I get out some of my stuff out, I do it on my Facebook page, my Instagram page, and that's it. Even though it may not be, I'm trying to figure out how to get that information on my site here on my channel so that way y'all can see it. And sometimes you can go to those and see information, a video. I may say something, just to catch your eye. But anyways, guys, I want to say thank you again. Thank you for listening to it's not a rant. It's a question, and it's a long question. It's a question that I think should be answered in some fashion. So if anybody's available to do that, please don't be afraid to comment, see my channel, look at it, and say, okay, give me an answer. However, so I appreciate that, and I appreciate everything that is given to us, and appreciate my life. This opportunity to live again, man. That liver. Without having a liver, people, like I said, every day is a gift for me to wake up and be able to come out to my garage and do the things that I do. Because being retired pretty much since basically 2009. When 2009 came and we all lost jobs and we all got laid off, I was one of those persons. I worked at a plant, a stamping facility, and got laid off, And after that, I was like, I'm getting paid by the VA. The VA's helping me out, so I can live on that. So that's what I live on, and some other things. But, and I have a great wife, and we do the things that we need to do that are right, So, again, I know I extended this longer than I wanted it to be, but I just really want you to know how I feel at times, and this is how sometimes I feel. So just bear with that, and if you can accept it, thank you. If you can't, I understand too. Like I said, comment, like, and subscribe, please. Don't be afraid to hit that button. Just subscribe. I'm not getting paid nothing. This is all free. So thank you again, y'all. Have a great day.